Hey, this is Ximos here with a new TF2 guide for the channel. While most people would make a guide on how to play properly, I've decided to make a guide to help on playing uselessly, as optimally as possible. Now today we'll be going over the Scout. First, we'll cover the items that you'll want to use to play as useless as possible while being super optimal about it. And then, I'll show some gameplay using said items and strategies to give you some ideas on what context you can succeed with in being useless in the strategies. Just follow along, you'll see what I mean. First, to the items. Now the items we'll want to use, for our primary slot, we're going to want to have the shortstop. For our secondary, we'll want the pretty boy's pocket pistol. And for our melee weapon, we're definitely going to need the stun on the stick. This will be our primary weapon for most of the gameplay and most of our strategies. Now, a proper useless scout will make sure that we'll probably get most of our kills with the stun on the stick, and we'll resort to using our pistols at long range if we have to. Why both pistols, you might be wondering? Well, if you remember, sometimes when Scout dies, he has a dove in his chest. So now we need the two pistols to complete the image and convey to our opponents that we are the heroes in a John Woo film. Once we do that, the rest of the game comes crashing down. We win. No problems. Alright, let's jump right to the gameplay so you understand what I'm talking about. Now here we are in Payload Upward. This map is known for good sight lines, good pyro stuff, good all-class stuff, it doesn't matter. But the key strategy here, we have our main weapon, the stun on the stick. The key strategy here is that we're going to want to try to waste as much time as possible and try to avoid the objective. You might think that the optimal strategy for being a useless scout is to do nothing. That's a lie. You have to be as proactive as possible in your lack of accomplishment. That's critical. So now here we find ourselves engaged with a Demonite and a soldier. Now this soldier didn't quite see us coming, so he's going to start shooting rockets. He's worried, he's panicked. But we gave him an achievement and blew him up. So I consider that a success. Now here we are, another life, fresh life. We're rolling up. We have almost taken the first point, but we see our sniper is getting engaged, so we're going to go ahead and bop him since he's on fire. And we bopped that pyro too, and now we're going to try to chase this the spy down here and fail. So, but that's alright, because that'd probably be helping the team a little too much for a useless scout. You have to be aware of your role. If you try to overreach your role, you'll fail. But we engage this soldier, give him 3, 4, 5 whacks. He shoots us, reacts, but still dies anyway. Why is that? Because this is the most optimum way to be a useless scout. Here we are, fresh life. Throw milk, don't accomplish anything except milking the soldier. But he's on fire, and we remember our sun and the stick's power. The power of the sun. And he dies. Free crit. But we catch the spy in the act. Absolutely easy. No problems. We're useless. We could be defending the cart, maybe. We could be, I don't know, killing important targets. But we're gonna shoot the sentry down. Easy money. No problems. Now, we just got killed by a sniper here in this last life. But there's something you might want to note during this respawn camera. I left this in very intentionally. Firstly, as I cycle through this, I didn't see this the first time, but watch that spy by the C point. Watch that spy. Look at him. This is a little preview here. This is a little preview of the optimal useless spy guide. A little preview right there. That guy knows what he's doing. Absolutely accomplishing jack shit. And that's the key for a useless spy. But we're gonna run here. We know there's some bad guys. We're gonna panic, throw some milk, and we're gonna banish the Flamebringer with a good whack in the face, and finally the Lord is dead. Now here we are, new life, fresh life. We're gonna heckle from afar. Remember the meta guide if you haven't seen it. You're gonna want to heckle. You're gonna want to waste your milk as often as possible. You're gonna continue to heckle, get that long distance damage. Make sure if your damage is going over 20, you might be trying a little too hard. So we're going to absolutely miss that kill, but we're going to get a free gun kill. We probably should have used this on the stick, but, you know, we can panic a little bit. Now, different life. You notice how I used both pistols there? That's the standard John Woo technique. Now we're going to quickly engage this Demonite on a completely different life. I know it's a little bit of quick cuts, but the scout's fast, and so if the video isn't fast, I don't think you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, we lost that spy. No problems. We're going to fight this Demonite. Boom. Absolutely no problems. Now, what you want to do, immediately resume heckling. See that spy? That guy I was talking about? Perfect optimal uselessness. We see that flog, we panic, we want to live, we're here to have fun. Everyone else's fun is completely fucking irrelevant. But you see that spy? Died. Died believing in doing what he believed in. I'm sorry. That's right. That's principles right there. Now we see the sniper, we're gonna chase him, but there's a sentry gun, and fuck that, right? Now normally you'd want to spam it from distance, but we found a new target to try to get cheeky with, and we're gonna get some vengeance on our friendly spy here. Beat him to death with a stun on a stick. And we're on fire, but we're gonna grab this health without turning to get it, but hey, you know. Now we're gonna engage this pyro. Try to keep him distracted with us. You see, we could be probably defending a more relevant area by retreating, but why do that when we can keep this one pyro? This one pyro, we can keep him engaged with us. We don't have to do anything. We can just kind of run around, keep him paying attention to us, and keep him focused on our game instead of the game, you know? Now we see the spy. We know he's a spy because he's going slow, and we're going to fight him. But the pyro caught up to us, kicked our ass. Here we are, fresh life, and detected that spy. Really obvious spy, no problems there. And we're rolling around here. Got another real obvious spy coming up in just a second here. Oh, excuse me. I'm very sorry about that. That's we got a second spy, very obvious. Now we see this third spy uncloak in front of us. You might be wondering how I'm quickly tracking these guys down, but I simply did a real standard old Counter-Strike 1.6 technique. I contacted my dead grandparents from the dead, and they gave me clairvoyant sight to the spies' locations. And fuck, that's a lot of rockets. But anyway, if your grandparents aren't dead, you can't use that technique, obviously, but you might be able to compensate for it with a good pair of headphones or something like that. There's the fourth spy. Thanks, Nana. Rest in peace. So we're going to go ahead and try to re-engage, get more long-distance heckling. Absolutely no problems here. Got another spy. That one was Poppy right there. He told me about that one. And fuck, that guy. I personally, that was luck. I'll admit it. That one was luck. But you know, it's okay. We're moving on to the next life. We find a heavy. Heavy took almost 200. Give him a good old whack. And we managed to win. Now, despite what this MVP list may say, it was mostly my contributions to this victory. And but there's some good tech coming up here, a real good technical skill. Now, what you just saw there, see, I don't have the Conga taunt. What you saw there was an absolutely frame-perfect 740 APM frame-linked, lag-cancelled Conga taunt off of my teammate's setup. Now, that takes years. I'm not going to toot my own horn here, I'm not going to blow air on my own ass, but that takes years of practice. But here comes the hard part. I haven't told you about this. You have to equip the laughing taunt, the Schadenfreude, as I mispronounced. You need this. It's important for their mind games. It's actually probably the second most important weapon. You have to laugh after every stun on a stick kill. Why? I don't know. You just gotta do it. It compels you. Back to the long distance heckling. Very basic stuff. I know I haven't covered much in this tutorial, but you have to kind of drive it in. Once you understand it and you see lots of examples, you can learn by proxy, and then it's simple enough shit. Now, we got that sentry down, pretty lucky. We see this pyro. We see the Flamebringer. And we must destroy him. And we laugh. We laugh while suffering in his flames. We laugh. The Flamebringers, you see, they are the gravest enemy of the MLG scouts. Now, we notice that one NG doesn't have the max head, so we target him, but he explodes. So we get the other NG who approached us. We saw him coming from behind us, so we baited him right into a stun on a stick, into a laugh. Try to get that as frame perfect as possible in order to presumably have a bit more time. Here's the man himself. Here's the man, my sensei. He taught me everything I knew on how to be a useless scout. I had to cameo him. It's part of the dojo's contract. I don't know, part of the sign-up shit. Point is, he taught me everything I knew about jumping and killing snipers that honestly weren't doing anything. And yeah, we have another pyro we can flank right here in front of the spawn. I saw that door open. But I'm gonna laugh. Door's closed. No enemies. You have to do this. Once you do this, you get inside their heads, you get inside their souls. And once their soul's defeated, they're defeated. And that is how you be optimally useless, because you're giving at least 4 or 5 seconds, unable to do anything. I don't know how long that taunt lasts, but here we have a new clip, one of my disciples, and now that I've seen it, the Fist of the Sun Star has grown, I believe that's how you get to the top. See you then.